Yeah, Joshy!
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, you're ready to go. It's hard to stay relaxed at this time when you have a look at the faces. They're tight, they're getting ready for battle. Soldy, I hope you enjoy this day as much as I am on the sideline, mate. Take it away.
Oh, pumped up, Freddie. How can you not be? Good Friday footy on 9, the first of 2 games, and a terrific atmosphere here at Accor Stadium. Is this the day the Bulldogs discover their bite, or will the Bunnies click into gear for win number 3 of the season? We've seen the Bulldogs run out. It's a Rabbitohs home game this afternoon. Cameron Murray leading out the South Sydney Rabbitohs. As we said, great atmosphere. There's Jai Arrow, and you can see the bandage on his cheek. He was actually in a little bit of doubt for today's game, but you wouldn't want to miss this game, whether you're a player, a fan here at the ground, or watching at home. Be prepared to be entertained. We've got the Easter show next door, but we've got some showstoppers of our own in action this afternoon. Tavita Pangai Jr. will be looking for a big game there for the Bulldogs. We've got some of the best finishers in the competition on display this afternoon as well. Alex Johnston, 23 tries in his last 16 games. And the Fox, Josh Addo-Carr, well, he scored 6 tries against the Rabbitohs last year in a Melbourne Storm jumper. We are underway. Good Friday afternoon football from Accor Stadium. It is the South Sydney Rabbitohs up against the Bulldogs. Terrific reception for both teams. Plenty of fans here from both sides. And it's adding to the atmosphere as Vaughan takes his first hit up of the game. Canterbury with losses in the last 2 weeks to Melbourne and Penrith. Although a much improved performance last week against the Panthers. On a short backup for this afternoon's game. They're on the halfway line. Here's a kick from Burton. As always, getting great purchase on the kick. No Latrell Mitchell for the Bunnies. Blake Taaffe is at fullback, and that's a good chase too from the Bulldogs. They're in numbers on the South Sydney fullback. Cameron, you've been downstairs, Cameron Smith and Phil Gould in commentary this afternoon. You've been downstairs. The atmosphere's just been building really nicely across the afternoon, hasn't it?
They have, and I think we've had some late walk-ups from the show next door, and it's a great energy. I was just sitting over in the Burrow, Salty, and I'll tell you what, they are hardcore fans over there.
Here's Murray for the Rabbitohs. Marshall King and Thompson, 2 of the defenders there for the Bulldogs. Here's the last. Ilias with a kick. Addo-Carr takes it for the Bulldogs. It's become a terrific event on the calendar, hasn't it, this game on Good Friday?
Yeah, it certainly has, and of course it is the home ground for both clubs. Even though the Bulldogs, it's round 6, this is only their 2nd appearance here this year. So their fans have certainly been looking for the opportunity to get back close to home, even though it's an away game.
Brent Naden with a run. Someone who is soaking up the atmosphere downstairs on the sideline is Brad Fittler. Freddie.
Hey, Solly, it's fantastic down here. And like Cam said, you can just feel the crowd starting to build. They're just getting comfortable, just taking focus on what's actually happening out in the middle. Conditions are perfect. There's a bit of a nor'easterly. That's behind the Dogs. So, but nothing too much should affect either kicking game too much. But 21 degrees, 22 degrees, great day for footy.
Certainly is. Good take there too from Josh Mansour, under a fair bit of pressure on that far side of the field.
And a good quick play the ball too. He was able to give his teammate a chance to make some good meters.
South Sydney working it out of their own end. Both teams with solid starts. Tatola playing it. Cook goes to Kolomatangi, reaches the centre of Accor Stadium. Paul Vaughan, one of the defenders, in there for the Bulldogs. Ilias with a kick. Matt Duffy underneath it.
Cameron, it's very much the trend of the modern game, isn't it now? Just 5 up, kick it to that corner, put it up high, try to win some territory.
Yeah, it is, Gus, and it's really about just trying to minimise opportunities to make mistakes, and it's trying to break the opposition. Both teams have started this game really well, just getting through their sets. Yeah, they try and tend to wait for a little bit of fatigue in the match, getting the ruck forwards a little bit unsettled before they start using a bit of football.
Tevita Pangai with a hit up. 5 short of halfway. Marshall King. Good meters from him. Almost got away from Jai Arrow. Here's the last. Burton puts it very, very high. Good luck, Blake Taff. Lets it bounce. Hits the crossbar. Taff gets it. And he'll be forced back in goal.
Well, he's a real sweet hitter of the ball.
Oh, penalty.
Wiz, I'm finding it very hard to hear you.
Wow. But he's such a sweet kicker of the ball, Matt Burton. That was the first spiral kick he had, and they just had to let it bounce. And it could have gone anywhere. Hits the upright, comes back. Taff finally gets hold of it. They'll muscle him back into the end goal. I'm not sure what the penalty was for.
I think in the end it was inside the 10. A couple of the Bulldogs chasers.
Well, that's just poor discipline because they got a really good result. He hits it sweetly, Cameron, doesn't he?
That was a tremendous kick. He's got a big boot. I'll tell you what, that ball went that high. Those chasers had time to run back behind, get down and still meet that ball when it bounced.
And go and buy a show bag next door as well. Here's Totola. Into Bulldogs territory. It's a big call, the penalty, instead of applying the pressure. Now they're defending Canterbury. South Sydney on the front foot. Jai Arrow. Tackle there by Flanagan. Thompson there as well. Last tackle. Ilias with a kick. Alex Johnson coming through. It's in the end goal area. Cleaned up here by Brent Naden, but I'm sure it was a knock on by South in the lead up. It was. It'll be a turnover.
Hand over there, boys.
A little touch there from Alex Johnson.
Yeah, clear knock on there from Alex Johnston. I liked how Dufty attacked that ball from fullback. He was put under a lot of pressure by the kick chase of the Rabbitohs side.
Adokar. Still looking for his first try of the season. You were talking, Cam, about that in the pre-game, about how he'd be feeling at the moment. He played a lot of football with Josh Adokar.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be phased too much. He's an energetic man, and we could probably speak to Gus to get a better insight, but he's an energetic man. He brings energy to the football side, to all of his teammates.
Well, I was going to ask you, Cameron, has he always been so loud and so persistent?
Yes, he has. I think that's gone to another level now, though. He's riding Harley Davidsons and wearing gold chains and everything, I hear. He's a good man, the Fox.
He's a man of the people. He's a man of the people, but you can hear him coming in the next postcode.
Keon Kolomatangi. How important is he for this South Sydney team? Good hit up. Now they can play some footy off the back of it here, South. In the Bulldogs territory by 10 metres they go. Now Burgess shrugs away from Tevita Pangai. That's a strong charge. Pangai comes again. Flanagan hangs on as well, and they put him to ground. Last play here for South Sydney. It's been like a chess game early on. Walker dinks it over the top. It's a very good kick. Dufty's there and saves the day for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that penalty was crucial because now South Sydney are starting to win the arm wrestle a little bit. And it's the Bulldogs under pressure to get out of trouble. That will help.
10 metres.
They look very controlled, South, aren't they? They're not going for their shots early.
The comms aren't that clear, boys.
No, they're just biding their time. You can see Cody Walker just starting to scheme a little bit now with Damien Cook, just having little conversations on the run. Just waiting for the right time to pull the trigger on one of their big plays.
One of the big things for the Bulldogs, I mean, they've played the top 2 teams the last 2 weeks, and they probably play the top 3rd team today, but is getting time in possession. They've been beaten on the score of time in possession in both games, and you can't beat the top sides, or hope to beat them, unless you're getting your share of football. Bradley Fittler.
Yeah, when Cody Walker got interviewed before the game, he kept speaking about the South Sydney way, and that way is a real Wayne Bennett sort of plan, where risk-free coming out of trouble is get the ball down there and apply pressure. And if we can get the ball down over the halfway, that man, Cody Walker, he'll come into play and his game becomes very dangerous.
Strong charge there from Tavita Pangai. 11 metres into South Territory go the Bulldogs. King to Jackson, flicks it out the back. Here's Vaughan. Good run there from Vaughan after that offload from Jackson. 28 metres away here, the Bulldogs. Flanagan, short to Thompson. Burgess there to make the tackle. Ilias in there as well. Now they go down the short side. Burton, pass wasn't on there to Avarillo, who might have got just slightly in front of Burton as he threw it.
Change over there on the
just a little bit rushed there. Matt Byrne, he got caught slightly out of position on the last tackle. I'm not too sure if he realised it was the last, and they decided to come down that left-hand short side very late. It was just overran the ball slightly.
Luke, move to the
Hope you're enjoying the start of the Easter period. Good Friday on 9, 2 games. This is Brisbane and Penrith later on tonight from Bluebet Stadium, but right now we're 10 minutes into this encounter. Still scoreless. South now working it out of their own half. They've started to do this very well. Totola with another strong hit up, and Cook finds some metres.
That's when the Rabbitohs are at their best. Damien Cook getting out of dummy half, taking cheap metres, and the Rabbitohs, they get 6 more.
Murray now 25 metres away. South on the front foot.
Hold. 6 more, no tackles.
Cook to dummy half. Here's Ilias. It's another set restart. Walker gets a pass away, and it's with Milne. Still going on. Walker's put it down. Good interchange of passing, but then they dropped it, and here goes Duffy trying to break free, but he can't.
Hold. Go. 0.
They scrambled well there, the Bulldogs. Now they've got a set restart.
Play on.
And the ball's come out again here. End-to-end stuff. Mistakes from both sides, but it's entertaining.
Well, it's a bit happening at the other end. It looked like Cody Walker was going to go over for a 4-pointer or for a quick play the ball, but Brent Naden, he just chased him from marker and was able to spill the ball free. And then the Bulldogs, they went on a run of their own, and now it's turned over back to the Rabbitohs. Another 6 to go.
Yeah. Another set restart. Boy, we've had some set restarts in the last couple of minutes for both teams. Here's Cook. Tavita Totola stands in the tackle. Josh Jackson. And Thompson was there as well, along with Vaughan. Slow to get to his feet. Murray sends Burgess straight towards the line. He's stopped 8 metres away from the line. Now Cook goes to Ilias. Long pass. It'll go into touch.
No touch.
So a let off there for the Bulldogs. Freddie?
Oh, just on the back of what Cam said, just commending Brett Naden on the tackle of Cody Walker. Cody popped up. He just saw some space around the try line. The Bulldogs are struggling to get back. There's all sorts of drama. But he didn't count on Brett Naden making the extra effort from marker. Great play.
Okay, hold. Go, yardage, no tackles.
That's what the Bulldogs need to get into their games, those effort on top of efforts, making one effort but backing it up with another. Brent Naden, they're very good out of marker.
Release it. Hold. Go 1.
Now Burton.
Up now, Junior. Go 2, still
They're
yardage.
10 metres short of the halfway line. Thompson, that's a good charge. 13 metres he picks up. Dufty, it's an inside pass.
Go 4. Keep coming, Tom.
This is good stuff from Canterbury. Now Marshall King, Flanagan.
Last tackle, Cody up.
Here's the last. 12 away from the line.
No tackles.
6 again.
Set restart. on the last. Dufty for the line. What a lifter to get the Bulldogs here if they can score. They're going to get a penalty. Player taken without the ball.
Alex,
what's your call, Skipper?
Oh,
Come on, quicker than that.
I go at him, Gus.
Yeah,
Keep going at him. I'll tell you what's working for the Bulldogs is their double up on defenders, where they're going at a ruck defender or someone on the edge, and then they go back into that same space. Rabbitohs are struggling to contain the Bulldogs when they're putting those plays on.
Vaughan 5 metres away from the line. Marshall King. Jackson now goes short to Thompson. They're knocking on the door here, Canterbury. And they find a way through. Jackson. Now Flanagan. Great pass, Naden for the corner. It is first blood to the Bulldogs.
Well, there's a good decision by the Bulldogs to go at them. I think they may have sensed that. They were on top. All the momentum was with them. And after that try was scored there, as we look here on the Harvey Norman replay, a great set play out to the right-hand side. And look at this pass by Kyle Flanagan. He hits Naden on the run, right on the chest, right where the wingers love them when they've got space in front and they can see the try line. What a play, what a pass by Kyle Flanagan. And they just chewed him up, didn't they?
Yeah, beautiful ball. But if you look at the high shot and look at the run that Matt Burton makes from the left-hand side of the field to come around inside the pocket of Kyle Flanagan. And I think South Sydney were drawn to this, and that's why they rushed up out and in. They thought it was all going to be around Flanagan, and with Burton coming from behind, and Flanagan with great vision throws this ball high over the top into the arms of that man, Brent Naden, and he rushes to the corner. But the key there was a lot of bodies in motion, and it looking like the playmakers were going to come together. All of a sudden you had, see, Burton's come around the back in the headgear. Dufty's there. They miss them all. South Sydney's drawn like a moth to the flame. And Flanagan's good enough to read that and get it over the top into fresh air for Brent Naden. Lovely try.
I'll tell you what, that's a good preview of the opposition during the week and the work with the coaches and the senior players to come up with that play. We've seen in the lead up to this match that the edge defence of the Rabbitohs, they tend to come in a lot. Their wingers come in and leave space on the outside.
Kyle Flanagan from out wide. Got the try assist for the Brent Naden 4-pointer to open proceedings. Now can he convert from the touchline? Goes through his routine, strikes it. That's a beauty.
Just got to wait for that clock, Blake. Okay. Yeah, time your run.
So the Bulldogs in front. Good Friday footy on 9. Is that O'Carr?
Surrender!
Hit there by Campbell Graham.
Hold now. Lock in, Junior. Go one.
Great kick from the touchline as well from
Damien, give room.
Kyle Flanagan to convert the try from out wide.
Go two.
Here's Thompson. Up towards the 30.
Hold. Go three.
Vaughan now for Canterbury. Down here, Freddie.
You talk about the goal kick. There's some goal kicks I reckon you'll just remember for the rest of your life. He was copping an absolute... Here he goes, Matt Dufty.
Dufty, he's looking elusive this afternoon. They drag him down. Here's the last. Flanagan goes to Burton. We know what this is going to do. High up in the sky. That is the towering one. Great catch there by Josh Mansour, doing very well. Not for the first time this afternoon as well.
That was a magic catch.
Go 10, Kyle. Luke, give room. Hold.
What a
Go
take.
through, Josh.
It left him at the last second too, but he kept his feet moving. That was the key. You can't plant your feet.
Hold to leader.
Keep moving with the ball if you can.
Well, there's an error.
There's some good solid defence in the middle there.
Everybody up.
Terrific crowd.
Shot
I know we've
clock
got the Easter show next door, but as I say, this is the home ground for both these clubs, and they've been starved a bit of a home ground football over the last couple of years, haven't they? So an opportunity to get out on Good Friday and be here.
We've got Trent Barrett, the Bulldogs coach, joining us now. Trent, appreciate your time. Made a terrific start this afternoon. You must be very happy.
Yeah, it was a good start. It was a pretty good contest there for the first 10 minutes, and good to see him put a nice try on. But you know, this next set's extremely important to build some pressure, and even if we don't score, our set end's important. So, but good start. And like a little bit more push around the ball when we're running from dummy half, but they're doing a good job at the minute.
Trent, it seems as though the boys have brought a lot of energy to this match. Was that spoken about this week and what was needed?
Yeah, our starts most weeks have been pretty good. So we've been in the contest, and that hasn't been our issue. So the issue for us, I think, is putting these 80 minutes together. And again, we just need a little bit more push on these dummy half runs, and we can worry them. But we've just got to keep going in.
All right, thanks, Trent. Your team's on the front foot. Hopefully you might be able to score another try. You appreciate your time.
It'd be nice. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, Trent. Trent Barrett joining us there. And here go the Bulldogs now. Jackson to Flanagan. Oh, tip on. It goes behind Addo-Carr. He manages to get back for it. Escapes the clutches of Mansour. Drifting across field. Wait for him to straighten. He does, but Cody Walker and Damien Cook wrap him up. Here's the last. Flanagan with a kick. They fly high, and the Rabbitohs have got it, but there was a knock on there from South Sydney.
Yeah, good pressure and smart work from Kyle Flanagan. He realised that Addo-Carr was playing the ball on the right-hand side of the field, so his left winger was missing, so his kick landed much, much shorter, so Bulldogs players could get through to compete. And it was Jake Avarillo that was able to apply enough pressure to force the error from the Rabbitohs. So heads-up play there by Kyle Flanagan, realising his left winger wasn't there. It was no good kicking it right across field. Kept it nice short, pinpoint accuracy. Bulldogs get another chance.
Shot clock off, in Blake. Head in, Jeremy.
Centre of the ground, 10 metres away from the south line. Marshall King, here's Tavita Pangai. And now Burns. He'll get over the line, will he? I think he might have got it down, but there's an arm around the ball.
That will be
and
tackle one with Braden Burns. Had no try. Just have a look to see whether the ball does
to hit the
graze
deck,
the
but I
grass
think the
at
arm
any
of Mill
stage.
might have got there.
Well, he's high-fiving.
Yeah.
Braden Burns taking credit for it, so we'll see whether or not he's a fibber or a truthful young man. Let's have a look. Bodies
At the
everywhere.
moment, the ball is up. Just looking for a grounding.
Oh, there's a hand.
Cameron, are players trained to
At the
get in the
moment, we
way
have
of the
the ball up.
cameras?
Just looking at further angles to see if there's a ball on the ground.
Are trainers?
Trainers are.
The trainers are.
Well, he got up high-fiving. He said he got it down.
I actually think there's a south. The left hand there, you can see the tape around the left wrist.
Yeah. Well, we're never going to know. We're never going to know if Braden Burns is a fibber. I've always thought he was an honest young man. Gee, it's close, whatever.
Based on the available camera angles, the on-field decision of held up will stand. We have a decision.
Yeah, it was Alex Johnston, his left hand there. You can see the left hand underneath, cupping the ball. The football.
Players are so good, aren't they, at saving tries?
He's born now.
Junior, give room. Hold.
Only tackle 2 here for the Bulldogs. Dufty.
6 more, 10
Set
minutes.
restart here. Souths are inside the 10.
Hold.
So fresh set of 6. Burns. Marshall King. Jackson. Thompson now. On the charge.
Jai up now. Marcus, Damien.
Jai Arrow with the initial contact. They go behind Vaughan. Jackson. Well, you want that one again. They'll play the forward pass.
Scrum,
Stuck
guys.
in the hands there, it looked
Middle.
like, of Josh Jackson.
It looked like it got stuck in the hands. You just want your middle players, those forwards, if they're going to be in that ball-playing role, to keep it nice and simple. The play was out, but I think that just come free of his hands. I don't think he meant to pass that out in front of Tapangai Jr. But the ball had to come out. And in fact, on the previous play where they gave the ball to Thompson, had they gone out the back there, they had plenty of numbers screaming at the South Sydney right-hand defence. But it's nice to see them playing some attacking football.
Just saw Liam Knight about to come onto the field for the Rabbitohs. Trailing early after 21 and a half minutes.
Release now, Marcus, hold, go one.
The person to talk about this, Jeremy Marshall-King's had some nice touches early on in this game for the Bulldogs.
No, he has, Salty, and he's always had that great running ability. But in saying that, it's all about your ruck players and the momentum that they build for the Nines from dummy half. If you can get some quality play the balls and some guys poking their nose through some good play, then he's a very dangerous man running out of dummy half.
Here is Knight. His first touch of the afternoon. Last play here. Cody Walker will send it up high. Naden underneath it for the Bulldogs. He knocks it on.
Knock on into the south square.
It'll be a Rabbitohs scrum feed coming up here, so a chance for the Bunnies to apply some pressure.
Well, Brent Naden, he probably should have taken this ball here, Gus, but being that close to the sideline and still 15 metres out from your own try line, would have been best to just let that bounce, maybe?
Well, in hindsight it is.
Make sure you hold here.
I have a saying, you let the ball bounce, you invite disappointment into your life.
I was waiting for it.
I'd much rather he catch it.
5 seconds.
Nevertheless, they've got to defend their own line now. This is the first time they've really been under pressure at this end of the field.
South now on the front foot, and almost getting through was Campbell Graham. Now Cody Walker out of dummy half, does a U-turn back towards the play the ball. Now goes to Damien Cook. Here's Jai Arrow charging towards the line. They stop him. Thompson and Vaughan. It's a set restart now for the Bunnies. Murray. It's another set restart. 8 metres away from the line.
Hold, go one.
Cook. Jai Arrow. Tackled by Thompson, down low. Duffy was in there as well as Vaughan. That pass goes to ground. And Jacob Host gets on the bouncing ball for the Rabbitohs. Here goes Liam Knight. He stopped about 3 metres short of the line here, Knight. Cook the dummy half. Quick hands, Ilias. Taff. It's with Campbell Graham. Now Josh Mansour goes in the corner and the Rabbitohs do hit back.
They have no try. Looking at Keon Kalamatangi obstructing defenders on the inside.
Looking at obstruction. Freddie.
Yeah, well, the 2 early balls really surprised the Bulldogs' defence, I think. And as you can see, just ran straight into Jake Averillo. He saved a try earlier, Jake, with a beautiful tackle. This time he saves a try by getting taken out.
Keon Kalamatangi runs at the chest of Jake Alavero. This denies him the opportunity to slide out and affects Bulldogs' defensive structure. We have a decision.
And that'll be a no try. But I really like the quick ball from the inside of the South Sydney. Gave Ilias plenty of time to read the Bulldogs' defence. They didn't quite get the execution right. Keon's got to find that space in between the centre and half.
Back to back down here.
He wasn't able to do that. But Averillo saved 2 tries in 1 set of 6.
Great shot there from corner post Cam. Josh Mansour denied, and a penalty here for the Bulldogs.
No worries.
Handy play to have kicking for touch for you. Matt Burton, he always finds extra metres even on that tight angle.
And he puts it into the next postcode. He's just...
Here's Chris Patolo. 93 metres for Matt Duffy already this afternoon. They're all Bulldogs leading the way.
Out of there now, Cameron. Lock in, Liam. Hold.
Jai Arrow with the most metres for the Rabbitohs with 55. Here's Burton on his own, tries to create something, puts it down. It's good defence in and around the ball. A mistake there from the Bulldogs, 5-8.
He went searching in behind the ruck, did Matt Burton, just for a little bit of space, but he was met with a really nice tackle there by Liam Knight, hitting under the ball. That's a classic rugby league tackle.
He was still coming off a standing start. It's one of the things that he's got to learn to develop, is to get the ball on the move, playing in that pivot position. He hasn't played a lot of 5-8 in the last 3 years, as we know. And it's not an easy transition.
He's with the trainer. Jai Arrow can't take part.
Tonight we're heading up the M4 to Bluebet Stadium for a huge match between the Panthers and the Broncos. Don't miss all the action live from 7:30 on your home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports. Penalty to South Sydney.
Yeah, Cole Flanagan, he chops at the arms of Damien Cook here. And the Rabbitohs receive a penalty. You must allow the dummy half to at least take a couple of steps out of that ruck area before you can attack them.
You, of course, aware of every rule in that area of the game, Cameron?
Fair few.
Which one's applied to you, Cameron?
All of them, Gus. The same as every other player.
Oh, repeat infringement.
Too many.
A sin bin here.
Too many.
It's Jeremy Marshall-King, who's been sent to the bin. Well, we've had quite a number of set restarts in recent
couple of times
in this game in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
A couple of times, mate. You give a penalty there, and then he gives it. He's got to do more than that. Time off.
We've just heard the explanation there from Jared Sutton.
Now, was it repeated offences by Marshall King or by just the team?
Looked like by the team, and he's paid the price.
Set up now. 1 foot. Go.
Here's Salah playing the ball. Big opportunity now for the Rabbitohs. 13 minutes left in the half. They'll almost get over the line here. Well, the upright acted as a pretty handy defender there. Cook now holds up a pass, now gets it away. Murray searching for the line. They've got numbers to the left here, the Rabbitohs. They're going to go that way through Cody Walker. Oh, Brent Naden almost taking a great intercept, but it's play on here for the Rabbitohs. And Alex Johnston will score a try. Now they're on the board, South Sydney.
Well, that could have been 6 points at the other end of the field. It's a massive moment. Bulldogs down to 12 men. Come off their line hard. Harvey Norman replay. Naden reads the pass. Nearly makes the grab. Can't hang on to it. And Bulldogs don't respond. All of a sudden, Alex Johnson has got there first.
Alex Johnston, 24th try in 17 games.
Yeah, the bunker's still looking at this one as to whether or not Cody Walker is in an offside position when he picks this up. It'll come off, we think, a Rabbitoh foot. So Rabbitoh kicks at it and Cody Walker is in front of him.
That's right. I think is that Liam Knight?
Yeah.
Liam Knight hits his foot and Cody Walker's about a half a metre in front. So this will go back to knock on Canterbury.
Yeah, there'd be no advantage here.
Okay. The bunker is reviewing after the Bulldogs knock on whether it touches a South Sydney player and is picked up by a player in an offside position.
It might have been Blake Taff, the young fullback, coming up. Naden nearly makes the grab.
At this point, Brent Naden.
Yeah, it is. It's Taff.
Yep.
Now Blake Taff will kick at this ball.
At this point, Brett Naden knocks the ball on. He fails to regather, so we have a tackle count restarted.
There it is.
There it is, the right boot of Taff.
Comes off Blake Tapp's foot. We're just looking if it touches a Bulldogs player, and then where Cody Walker picks it up from.
Well, it wouldn't matter. He'd be inside 10 anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's in front.
He can't be put onside.
Blake Taff kicks the ball. It fails to touch a Bulldogs player. We now need to see where Cody Walker's feet are in relation to this.
You got your trigonometry set here, Gus, for the bunker?
Well, we've seen it 8 times. I don't know how they haven't seen it already. He's 1.5 meters in front.
Yeah.
Cody Walker fails to get 2 feet past the point of where the ball is kicked. We're now just looking at a potential push on Blake Taff before he contacts the ball.
Really?
What?
A push. They're competing for the football.
He's going to pick it up.
Kyle Flanagan pushes Blake Taff, denies him the opportunity to get the ball. We have a decision.
So what are we looking at here? No try and penalty for South Sydney.
No try because Cody Walker picks the ball up in front. But as Blake Taff is going to pick the ball up, there's a push on him, which means that he can't pick it up. So it's going to be their penalty.
There'll be 1,000 of those little shoves throughout the rest of this match.
Yeah.
Will go unnoticed.
Don't start me,
It's going to be your penalty.
It's
It
Easter
touches
Friday.
Blake and then it's picked up by Cody in front, but Blake is pushed
Day
off
of
the ball.
serenity.
So it's your penalty. Just 19 by 11.
So finally, we get to the bottom of that one, and it's a penalty to South Sydney.
No tackles.
Now they're able to go on the attack, but still searching for their first points of the game. They've got the 1 player advantage at the moment with Marshall King in the sin bin. Here's Liam Knight now. 8 metres away from the line. Another opportunity for Souths. Cody Walker, will he go on his own here? Still alive, Cody Walker. Boy, he's elusive.
Stand now, Luke.
Max King, one of the defenders there for the Bulldogs, off the bench. Now they look to steam over.
Let up now.
Again. Stop Liam Knight. A metre away.
Big numbers to the right.
They go that way. Murray puts in a grubber kick. It's pretty good. Duffy's, though, there for Canterbury to save the day.
They had big numbers there. When you're playing against a 12-man side, Cameron, what are you looking to do?
Well, you're just looking to break down at a certain point of the field and then look for where you've got the mismatch of numbers. I'm surprised at how many times the Rabbitohs have actually tried to take the Dogs on through the middle in and around those post areas. The space is out on the edges. Cam Murray there, he ended up throwing it on the right boot and nearly got a good result out of it, but Duffy, he was aware of it. Great resilience shown by the Bulldogs at the moment.
11 minutes left in the half. Well, that could have got away from Jacob Host. He took it beautifully. Braden Burns, one of the defenders there for the Bulldogs. Host plays it. There's a good strong run from Harmasella. 12 metres away from the line. Cook now to dummy half. Murray goes short. Canterbury's defence, despite being a man down, holding firm. Knight playing it. Now Damien Cook from dummy half, he'll get there. They had to crack eventually, and this time the Bunnies won't be denied.
Well, they've asked a few questions, haven't they, around the middle, and this time Damien Cook, I think he caught Matt Duffy. He just got back on side a little bit late. Didn't come off his line all that hard. Harvey Norman replay. And, well, that's great strength by the little number 9. He beat 2 players eventually to get there.
Damien Cook with the try under the post.
Yeah, he just seen a little bit of space there. And with a man of his speed, you just cannot afford that close to the try line to offer him that much room to move.
A chance here for Blake Taft to add the extras. And we're all locked up on Good Friday.
Time it.
6 points all. The Rabbitohs making the most of the one-player advantage. It seemed like an age ago that Jeremy Marshall-King went from the field, but because of that long stoppage, the Alex Johnston no try, he's still got, what, 5.5 minutes left in the bin.
We've had 2 no tries in that time.
We have.
Now when the Bulldogs get the ball back here, Gus, who will play 9? Will it be Josh Jackson?
Could be Josh Jackson, or they may push Kyle Flanning into that area and let Matt Burton run it. Or Dufty could come back from the back. Not an easy position for them to cover.
They're rolling downfield. Here's Campbell Graham. Splits them, gets a pass on the inside, and he's going to go back to back. Damien Cook with 2 tries in under 2 minutes for the Rabbitohs.
And this is a part of their mentality the Bulldogs need to improve. Setback, and then exacerbating it with a poor set in defence the next one. Just allowing a little offload back on the inside. Harvey Norman replaying, plenty of red and green jerseys supporting up through the middle. Just tend to get their heads down a little bit when things go against them. They've battled bravely, but now in all the space of 2 minutes, they've conceded 2 converted tries. Nice little short side raid there by the Rabbitohs. Plenty of support back in the middle.
Cookie, he's got a double on Good Friday, and he was very happy after this. Look at him go up. There it is. He salutes up to the sky. But I love the play there from Lachlan Ilias. He took the line on, Gus. He took it deep into the defensive line, committed a defender. It was just a lovely little short ball to Campbell Graham, who went on a run downfield and then eventually put Damien Cook over for his second.
Yep. Just a lack of communication there in the line and where the markers were heading. It's a big penalty being down to 12 men in the modern game, and some referees just love giving sin bins. But it's a massive imposition, particularly when you're playing a side like South Sydney, one of the top sides.
Yep. Adds the extras from in front.
Next one. Time your run, guys.
So Damien Cook with his second try. Damien Cook with his second try. Now the Rabbitohs are in front by 6.
Still plenty of time before half-time and plenty of time before the Bulldogs are back to 13 men. So they've really got to work harder, particularly around that middle of the ruck. Make sure they're getting their spacings right to help their edge defenders. Brad Fittler.
Well, Braden Burns, the left centre, the right centre, he's gone off. So that's taken Brandon Wakeham, he's gone over to left centre. and Jake Averillo's come over to the right-hand side. So not only they're down to 12 players, there's a few players out of position.
And South are on the march here too, Freddie. And to compound the issues now for the Bulldogs, they give away a penalty, and it was late in the tackle count.
Contact off the ball,
Thanks, mate.
I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Brandon Wakeham will probably go over and defend it at 5'8" on the far side of the field, pushing Burton to defend at the centres.
Here's Liam Knight, 22 metres away. Murray.
Move, Josh.
Head clash, I think.
Yeah,
Two
they've got to stop
Bulldogs
play
players.
here. Cody Walker, he'll be stopped a metre short of the line.
Tackle 1. Time off. Tackle 1 with Cody.
And it's Chris Patolo who has come out worse for wear after that head clash.
Yeah, I think you might find two Bulldogs players. They go low here. Josh Jackson. Oh. Never good to see the head clashes like this.
12-6, South in front.
I tell you to tackle low.
Just lower your 15 on right side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, well, that one's sickening. Chris Patolo and Josh Jackson.
And for all the experts that just say the solution to high tackles is for everyone to tackle low, here's an example of why tackle techniques are taught the way that they are. These two players doing what the textbook says and both ending up in trouble. Let's do a textbook. Let's both go low. Kabang.
Oh, ouch.
That's why players are taught to tackle standing up. That's why they use the techniques that they do. It's a smaller margin for error, but it's safer for the man making the tackle. But you keep inflicting rules on these players, and it makes it harder and harder to play the game.
Now tonight we're heading up the N4 to Bluebet Stadium for a huge match between the Panthers and the Broncos. Don't miss all the action live from 7:30 on your home of rugby league, Nine's Wide World of Sports. Looking forward to that one tonight. I know that no Payne Haas and the Broncos lineup. Panthers always hard to beat at home. Should be a good one, Cam.
Yeah, it's a good chance.
See him back this afternoon.
Well, still 5 minutes to go in this half. Bulldogs still down to 12, and South look very hungry, don't they?
They certainly do, as play continues now, and they're knocking on the door again here, South Sydney. Damien Cook gets a pass away, and now they're only a metre away. Halfway through the set here, South. Knight playing it. Boys come close a couple of times. Murray, Walker, here they go. Players in motion, and Alex Johnston, denied earlier in the half, scores South's third try of the afternoon.
Well, last time they went with this play, Brent Naden nearly picked them off for an intercept. This time, they just got it through the hands a little bit quicker, a little bit deeper. Harvey Norman replay, quick hands, quick hands, quick hands. Now Naden's caught in no man's land, and nobody does it better than the South Sydney left side attack. Just took their time this time. Cameron was much better ball movement that time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Nice crisp passes all out in front. I'll tell you what the South Sydney Rabbitohs do really well, particularly on this left edge, is those first players that get the ball on the hand, Cam Murray and the likes, they go deep into the line, and then when they're passing back to players with good depth, inviting the opposition defence to come out, put them in two minds. Do we rush out or do we hang back? This time, the Bulldogs, they decide to hang back, and that created the space there for that man, Alex Johnston. He's a lot closer. He's closing in now on a record. Is that right, Salty?
Most tries at this venue at Accor Stadium. He needs 2 more to get the record.
Of course, the Bulldogs, they were in front 6-0, 1 sin bin, and while that 10 minutes has taken place, South Sydney are now running 3 tries. It's a massive penalty in the game. A massive penalty to reduce the team to 12 men.
Blake Taff getting ready to convert the try from out wide. Jeremy Marshall-King will rejoin the action at the kickoff.
And of course, in that time, the Bulldogs have lost 2 players to injury. And it doesn't sound like either are coming back. It's been a massive 10 minutes for the Rabbitohs.
Blake Taff to make it a 2 converted try lead. Struck that one pretty well. It holds its line. It's there. NRL's free-to-play game. Pick'em is back. Just pick the winning margin from 4 selected matches to win a share of the $100,000 weekly prize. Head to nrl.com/pick'em now.
Back to 13. Time your run. Just got to wait.
Stadium looking magnificent on this Good Friday afternoon down here, Freddie.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes down to 12 men's really taken the wind out of not just the team but the supporters. That southeast corner where all the dogs are down in the kennel. I think the players might need them right now. They'll need their energy.
Just under 3 minutes left in the half. We are 13 on 13.
Let go now. Go one.
Damien Cook, the dummy half. Hasn't Liam Knight been strong off the bench?
And in that 10 minutes, Bulldogs never touched the ball. Every possession was held by South Sydney.
Joe, up Jeremy. Hold call. Go 3.
Walker goes short.
Move.
Tackle there is Jacob Host. Now Damien Cook. Canterbury defence up to the task there. Kyle Flanagan on Cody Walker. There's a kick. Tester here for Naden. Takes that one well and gets the ground. So they've got some footy here at the back end of the half, Canterbury. As Gus mentioned, didn't touch the ball for a 10-minute period. 10 minutes of game time, but it's probably closer to 20 minutes. Now they're going to get a penalty out of their own end. South Sydney inside the 10.
And a good touch finder here. They've got plenty of time to get down there in attacking position. They don't need to rush. Just stay composed. Build this set of 6 nicely. And there's another high tackle.
Bucky.
This will help their cause to get a little bit closer to the Rabbitohs try line.
Hang on, not quick. Time off.
Jake Gavarillo taken high.
Okay, time on.
By Milne. That was flush on the chin.
Hold for the foot, Tane.
22 metres away from the line here. Averillo with the tap. A minute left in the half. What can Canterbury produce? Is Max King. Throws it out the back. It's a good take in the end there by Matt Duffy. He was on the ground, gets up, goes again, 19 metres away from the line. 45 seconds left in the half on Good Friday afternoon. Thompson gets an offload away. Marshall King. Now it's with King. Got a short ball there from Flanagan. Max King, 10 metres away. They go down a short side. Tavita Pangai throws it into the grandstand.
We don't play the ball in the middle.
Wow.
Play the ball in the middle.
Well, that wasn't the play they were looking for. Tavita, he thought he had the 7 on his back there and he's looking for the winger. The winger wasn't there.
Well, the winger was there at training yesterday. I don't know where he was today.
And that will bring an end to the half. Good Friday afternoon footy. And South leading by 12. At the break, it's the Rabbitohs 18 leading the Bulldogs 6. Will we see Josh Addo-Carr break his duck for the season in the second 40, Cameron?
Salty, I reckon he does. I reckon we may be in for a long-range special by the Foxy. Maybe an intercept, an early shift, or a kick return. He finds some space. Love to see him hit those jets.
Here come the South Sydney Rabbitohs, led out by Cam Murray. First try of the second half, absolutely vital, particularly for the Bulldogs. There is Damien Cook. It's his second double that he scored in his career this afternoon. He got 2 against the Knights in 2020. 2 tries in the first half. First 2 tries for him for the season. Matt Burton about to get us back underway for the second 40. I'm sure we'll see some more of his towering bombs.
Gotcha, mate.
In this second 40.
Okay, time your run.
Matt Duffy's been lively throughout the afternoon for the Bulldogs. Second half underway. Great atmosphere here at Accor Stadium. Good Friday afternoon footy. South's up by 12.
Release Luke.
First of 2 games for you across Good Friday as Knight the hit up. We've got Penrith against Brisbane a little bit later on this evening from 7:30. Be entertained by this tough contest. Murray 11 short of the halfway line. Jacob Host takes it to the halfway line. Tackle there by Jackson. He's wearing the headgear now after that head clash earlier. There's an offload. Damien Cook does well to pick that one up. And they'll stop him on the halfway line. Joe Stimson, one of the defenders there. He's a player that you want to see a lot of in the NRL. Had plenty of injuries in recent years. Here's a test for Addo-Carr. They put it down. Josh Mansour knocked it on. Let's play on here for the Bulldogs. Duffy. Matt Duffy tries to split them. Here's Addo-Carr. Quality player, Joe Stimson. Gus, but he has had a few injuries in recent times. It's good to see him back in the NRL.
Yeah, he was purchased by the Bulldogs last year and had a shoulder reconstruction and never really found form at the back end of last year. He's trained hard during the off-season. Had a few games in the New South Wales Cup and got a promotion last week. Played well in the second half against the Panthers and gets a chance to play a few minutes today. He was from the Melbourne Storm, wasn't he, Cameron?
Yeah, he was. Gus come down to us as a teenager, young man from Temora. Played all of his junior football at Temora Dragons. Breed him tough out there in the Riverina area.
Blake Taff takes that one just inside the field of play. It's a good chase there by the Bulldogs and good tackle there down low from Brendan Wakeham.
Now, well, Braden Burns has not returned to the field after leaving in the first half. I don't know if Brad Fittler's got an injury report there, and it looks like as though Burton has moved to left centre and Wakeham will move to 5'8".
Tackle there by King. Here's Kolomatangi. Always strong. Tackle there by Stimson.
6 more, head on more.
Set restart.
No tackles.
William Knight now.
Up now, Josh.
South go into Bulldogs territory.
Hold. Go one.
They're on the front foot here, the Rabbitohs. They trailed 6-0. 3 tries while they had a 1-player advantage late in the first half. We've seen them take control of the game. Blake Taff thought he had an opening there, but Matt Burton with the tackle. Here's Kolomatangi. 15 metres away from the line. 2 tackles left in the set. Cook. Out wide they go. Walker, beautiful pass to Alex Johnston. There was no one in front of him. And Alex Johnston picks up his 2nd try of the game as Souths go further in front.
And on the back of another 6 again call, the Rabbitohs move the ball to the right-hand side of the field. Line out to the left, and this lethal left side. Again, passing out in front. Harvey Norman replay. Beautiful ball there. Behind one and across another to the outside, Brenton Hayden. And Alex Johnson has another one for the afternoon. Nicely executed, Cameron.
Yeah, it was. And as we know, they're very, very well drilled on that left-hand side. A similar play we've seen in the first half where Brenton Hayden actually came out for the intercept and stopped a try-scoring opportunity. But when they get it right, they're almost unstoppable. And this man here, there's the numbers. Alex Johnston, he moves to 69, 1 try behind, well, a former Rabbitoh, Nathan Merritt.
Bulldogs indecision there, backing away and really making it pretty easy there for Cody Walker to execute. You're talking about one of the game's premier playmakers, and giving him that sort of time and space and players in motion, he was just able to pick up the man that was unmarked on the outside. It looked much better in the first half defensively when the Bulldogs would head back themselves and get up there and force a little bit of pressure on the 5'8". They had him running back infield, but if you give him time and space, he'll carve you up every time.
Kick from the same angle late in the first half for Blake Taff. Struck that one beautifully. He's got 3 from 3 for the afternoon. This one another tough assignment. Gets it to swing back. He's got it on a string. Do I have to say it's an injury update? No,
Just going to wait for that clock, Matt. 10 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alex Johnson, 25 tries in his last 17 games. Down to you, Freddie.
Yeah, well, on that right side defence with Brenton Hayden would have been Braden Burns. He walked off during the first half. Just spoke to the medical staff for the Dogs, and he won't be coming back. It's a hamstring injury.
It's the walking wounded for the Bulldogs, having lost Chris Patolo to that very bad head clash. And there he is, Braden Burns. On the halfway line here, South Sydney. And well and truly on the front foot.
Last tackle call. Hold.
Here's the last. Jacob Host playing it.
Cameron.
That's a good take there from Naden, and then Alex Johnson takes him.
Go one, shorten it.
Would have been an obstruction there had Matt Duffy gone through that half gap. Addo-Carr, nowhere to go for the Fox.
Give room. Hold. Go 3.
Here's Tavita Pangai. Wrapped Picked up there by Jacob Host, one of the defenders. Cody Walker was there as well. Strong defence there on Max King. Here's the last. Burton boots it downfield. Blake Tabb lets that one bounce. It sits up nicely for him. They're winning the field position battle here now, the Rabbitohs. In front by 3 tries. 7 minutes into the second half. On the halfway line and beyond goes South Sydney. Been starved of possession, the Bulldogs. Well, there's a mistake. A rare error from the Rabbitohs.
And the Bulldogs are going to find some energy. Their first 30 minutes was really good, and they played with plenty of fizz, but the fizz has gone out of the bottle at the moment. A lot of defensive work at the back end of that first half, and probably a little disappointment with how the game has gone. But they've got to shrug that off.
Here's a chance for the Bulldogs. Some footy down south end of the field. Pangai playing it over Siamanafanai. Inside the Rabbitohs 30. Flanagan goes short. Had Wakeham going around the back trying to create an extra man. Flanagan puts that one over the top for Naden, who comes through, and he'll get it and put it down. That's a superb kick from Flanagan. What about the take from Naden, and the Bulldogs do score?
Yeah, he was certainly hard at the ball, Brent Naden there. He is a really good kick chaser. And Kyle Flanagan didn't have a lot of space to work with here. He didn't go through the line. He decided to go over it. Harvey Norman replay. Look at that. Pinpoint accuracy. And the ball just sat up. Naden attacked it. Pushed his way between 2 Rabbitoh defenders. And he gets the Bulldogs on the board for the second half.
Well, it was the want, wasn't it, from Brent Naden? He just wanted that ball more. There was 2 Rabbitohs jerseys there in the picture, but he was the one that wanted it more than those players. But it was a deft little kick by Kyle Flanagan. The way he ran onto that football and the ability to slow down and just put that little dink over the top. Great skill by him, Freddie.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No!
Bunker's reviewing a possible knock-on from Brent Naden and trying to regather the ball. Just reviewing Brent regathering
So
the
we've got
ball.
to have a look here as he picks the ball up. Does he drop the ball?
Tavita's in front of him.
Brett Naden's been cleared as onside. We'll monitor Tavita Pengai Jr.
Does he drop the ball here into
He's
a
passive at
Rabbitoh?
this point and stays out of play.
No, he's got it.
Just looking at a potential knock-on from Brett Naden.
Oh, no.
It's in his possession.
Brett Naden touches the ball there. It now contacts the arm of Blake Taft before he regains possession, which constitutes a knock-on. We have a decision.
How's that day of peace going for you now, Gus, after that one?
It's good fun to bunker. They can find lots of things no one sees.
Yep, 20 metre, knock on.
Get the magnifying glass out.
Well, this is another look at it. Oh.
I think it's simultaneous at worst. Look at it at full speed. Just look at it at full speed.
Boom.
No problem. But we need to slow it down and get the magnifying glass out.
Get up and square, Ava.
The Bulldogs denied.
Go one.
South still leading by 18.
80% of the tries in history might never have been scored if we had it 100 years ago. It's a good thing, the bunker.
I'd say possibly more, Gus.
Straight away. Go 3, Joe.
Damien Cook takes off. Ilias, he's wrapped up.
Let up now, Jeremy.
Wakeham in there, along with Marshall King. Now Cook, Walker, Kolomatangi.
Last tackle, Joe and Matt.
Stimson with the initial contact on Kian Kolomatangi.
Go last, nothing late.
Walker puts it high. Taken by the Rabbitohs, thrown out the back and diving on the ball there was Max King to save the day for the Bulldogs.
Hold King.
Could have gone anywhere.
Go one.
Fine, well up in the air did Campbell Graham to take that one.
Up now.
They look very flat, the Bulldogs. Another setback with the no try, and
Release it now. Lock in,
they need to lift.
Go three, not there, Liam. Jacob. 6 more.
Jackson.
Marcus.
Set restart. Well, it shouldn't be a set restart, it should be a penalty.
Yardage.
Inside the 40, when you're coming out of your 40, it is a penalty.
It's up here. It's up here. Jake.
Sutton originally ruled a set restart, but then remembered the change of rules, and now Matt Burton will shoot for touch.
Wait for the foot now, Jacob. Hold. Go. Beyond.
Dufty. See him over Siamanafanai.
Get up now, Damien. Liam. Hold.
Inside the Rabbitohs 40.
Cameron, Damien, give room. Hold.
We've got another chance here, the Bulldogs. King playing it. What can they produce? Flanagan to Burton. Good hands away, Avarillo. Naden setting sail. Can he get a pass on the inside? He can, Avarillo. He'll be held up.
Okay.
Alex Johnson with a try saver. But it went forward anyway.
Then we've gone past that. Forward pass.
Is that ours?
No.
We'll challenge it. Challenge the touch here. He touched it. He touched it. Challenge it.
Matt Burton's challenging.
Okay.
He believes a South Sydney hand has touched the football.
Yeah, can't challenge, Matt. Can't challenge, mate. Can't challenge because I've ruled a forward pass. You can't challenge on a forward pass.
Hang on.
Yeah, well, mate, advantage has gone way down there if that's the case.
Well, they never applied advantage ever.
You can't challenge on a forward pass. But if you
Matt Burton said that South Sydney got a hand to that and knocked it on.
The decision is a forward pass, so you can't challenge. We're here, boys.
Why is there situations where you can and can't challenge? If there's a captain's challenge, why can't you challenge?
You're the referee, Cameron. I'm not the referee.
I'm just trying to make some sort of sense or logic about this, Gus. And now I only played one season with this captain's challenge, and it's evolved since then. But
thank God for that.
Jared Sutton just said, "No, well, we've played on. We've gone all the way down the end, down into the in goal." Well, but it's the same tackle. It's the same play.
Of course it is.
Why can't the bunker look at that?
Is there 2 balls now?
Don't ask me, mate. I'm a broken down old football coach.
Okay. Heads in at the back.
Dinosaur. You young blokes are running the game.
Head in. Time on. Break.
The Rabbitohs,
Now, Josh.
after that scrum feed.
Go one.
Campbell Graham playing it. Here's Tavita Totola. Really strong in the opening exchanges was Totola.
Hold. Go 2.
They've had 2 opportunities to score, the Bulldogs, in the last 5 minutes or so. Now they've got some defending to do. There'll be an error there from Ilias, but it's a penalty.
Contact on Cameron.
Down to you, Freddie.
Yeah, well, I think if you ask the 30,194 people that turned up today, they'd blow up the bunker and get rid of the captain's challenge. Great crowd, great day.
So that penalty was for late contact.
Well, they've got to hang in, the Bulldogs. Nothing going their way.
Max, clear it now.
Stand up and tackle again.
Here goes Totola. 26 metres away from the Bulldogs line.
Go 2.
Big set of 6 in the context of the game.
Straight out of there, Max.
Given the opportunities the Bulldogs have had in the last few minutes. Blake Taft playing it. Here's Ilias, goes short to Kolomatangi. Down low, Matt Burton did really well. Wake him over the top. Here's a chance. Oh, now it won't be a chance because that's a knock on. The whistle eventually is blowing.
Well, Tane Milne, he's saying challenge straight away.
Okay.
He believes this is off the
South are
shins.
challenging the ruling of a knock-on on tackle 4.
Very confident he was. As soon as the whistle was blown, he said challenge.
Let's have a look. We might need your magnifying glass again here, Gus.
Well, he's touched all over that, hasn't he?
Just looking for any potential knock-on from South.
Fingertips there, do you think?
I'm not going to say a word.
Okay.
Well, if it's not clear, they run with the referee's on-field decision, don't they? Which was knock on. And this view may paint a better picture.
Just looking at all available angles to look for potential knock on. Based on the available camera angles, we have insufficient evidence to rule on the decision. The on-field ruling of knock-on will stand. South will retain their right to challenge.
It's insufficient, but the on-field ruling stands. You retain your right to challenge. Bulldogs,
so there we go. We've cleared that one up.
The mark is where you are. It's back here. You keep your challenge. Ava and Josh, it's back here, guys.
Doesn't look good from the sky. The drone cam there, Gus.
I love a drone shot.
Hold with the touchy. Hold with the touchy.
We never had those in my day. There's used to show over in the background there. I'm going over to get a toffee apple later. That'll make 58 years in a row that I've gone to the show and got a toffee apple. I've got to keep the tradition going.
Here's a penalty for the Bulldogs. Down to you, Freddie.
Can you grab me a Pluto pup, Gus?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I thought you might have been a Dagwood dog man, Freddie.
They're the
Same thing,
Same
Soldy.
thing. They are, aren't they?
Yeah,
I
same
don't know what
thing.
you call them north of the border, Soldy. Seriously.
Good one, Pete. Yes.
Dagwood Dogs. Dagwood Dogs in Queensland. You know what I like? At the Ekka, the Brisbane show? I like the strawberries and cream. You know the ice cream?
Oh, outstanding. I'll take you there, Gus. You'll like it. Here's the Bulldogs on the front foot. Avarillo. Thought about a pass. Then does get an offload away. Dufty playing it. Now Tavita Pangai. Straight and hard from him inside the Rabbitohs 20. 2 tackles left in the set here for the Bulldogs. Jackson. Flanagan behind him. He did well. Here's the last. Wakeham puts in a kick for Brent Naden. He gets the take. Can he get the arm free? They wrap him up.
Handover.
Good defence from the Rabbitohs. It's a changeover.
Marcus square. Kyle. Hold.
Just like to see the Bulldogs really get into their shapes instructions and throw a bit of caution to the wind.
Joe.
See if they can't increase the amount of passing that they're doing at the moment. Play themselves into a bit of attacking form.
Jai Arrow, we just saw coming on to the field. To Tola. Another good hit up from the Rabbitohs, number 8. Now Jai Arrow makes good metres. 2 tackles left in this set here for South, and they go into Bulldogs territory. Murray with a late offload here to Cook. Jackson's got him, but he goes to Arrow. Gets away from Jackson. Stimson and Marshall King wrap him up. No, he gets another late offload away. And they've got some numbers here. Ilias tackled on the last. Cody Walker dinks it over the top for Campbell Graham, who takes it, gets a miraculous pass away to Mansour, who runs out of room.
Middle.
They scrambled well, the Bulldogs.
Play the ball in the middle.
What a take and the pass from Campbell Graham.
He's a talent, very high, up above Addo-Carr, who probably thought, well, I'll let him jump at that and just make the tackle, but he was smart enough to get the offload away. And despite a little bit of pirouetting and tap dancing by Josh Mansour, he couldn't find a hole.
Go, no tackles. Junior up.
And although that didn't end in points for the Rabbitohs, it's exactly where they wanted the Bulldogs to start their set from, deep in their own end.
Campbell, let go.
Just continuing to apply pressure against the Bulldogs. And at the same time, just sapping energy constantly.
Go 3.
Jackson.
Up, Damien.
9 short of halfway.
Go 4.
Dufty goes into Rabbitohs territory. Here's the last. And up high it goes again from Matt Burton. Blake Taff underneath it. Terrific take.
Stand now. Hold.
Great take from him under plenty of pressure.
Pull. Go
Maiden waited till he hit the ground before making the tackle.
Joe, let up, pull. Hold over. Go 2. Cameron out of there.
It's a terrific take from the Rabbitohs fullback.
Hold.
Still 22 minutes to go here. The Bulldogs have got to get up and show some energy. They just can't let South Sydney roll through their sets of 6 without trying to force some turnovers or put some pressure on them defensively.
Here's a 4-tackle kick. Will it stay in the field of play? No, it won't. Alex Johnson was coming out after it. He was a bit late to react there, Johnston, but the ball goes into touch.
And that might be a ploy that the Rabbitohs need to use. That kick there that Cody Walker just put in, a tackle 4 kick, which catches wingers and fullbacks out of position at times. That may be something that the Bulldogs need to look at to try and change the momentum of this match. At the moment, they're just being dominated, coming off their own end.
Hold. Go 1.
They're full of energy, is the defensive line of the Rabbits.
Junior up square. Lock in. Hold. Go 2.
Addo-Carr.
Kian, let go. Hold.
Rabbitohs have had 58% of possession. Bulldogs have been forced to make 80 more tackles in the first hour of play. It's going to sap your energy.
Flanagan goes to Dufty.
Last tackle.
Looking for opportunities, Matt Dufty. No opening there that time. Here's the last.
Jeremy and Luke give 10.
I think the Bulldogs leave it too late in the set of 6 to have a shot like that. They created a little bit of space for themselves, but then it's tackle 5 and they feel compelled to kick. If you can run those plays on tackle 2 or 3, you've got something to work with at the back end of the set of 6. Or if you get a bad result, you've still got time to set yourself for a kick and get down the other end. There's got to be a little bit more proactive early in the set, get in position quicker, move the opposition around, and see where that leads.
Murray gets a pass away. Walker, well wrapped up there by Flanagan.
Another 6 again.
No tackle, second effort.
Walker had a grab of Kyle Flanagan's jersey then.
Yeah, I'd say that was fairly neutral contact there, but it was ruled as a second effort by Kyle Flanagan.
Well, they've had 24 penalties or 6 agains in this game, so he's having a day out, the ref.
Straight away, Paul. Hold. Hold, go 2.
20 metres away here, South. Walker holds up the pass. It was forward to host. He held it up too long.
A little bit too long.
Need a ball, Wiz.
To the point where he was actually waiting for the Bulldogs defender to make a decision, as we see there. And in that time, well, Jacob Hosty was a metre in front. Almost.
Well, he's just
a penalty, really.
He's really taunting that right-hand defence there, Cody Walker, which he does with a lot of sides, and they're not sure whether he's going to go long, go short, and he virtually just teases the opposition defence until you make a mistake.
Coming up on Stan Event, the heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, will defend his title against the body snatcher, Dillian White, on April 24 at London's Wembley Stadium. Get your subscription now at stan.com.au/events. What's his nickname? The body snatcher.
The body snatcher.
Wakeham. Well, that's touched by a Rabbitoh.
Well, there was your chance to get Addo-Carr away. He was screaming for the longer pass, and Wakeham just couldn't get it in and out of his hands quickly enough. Otherwise, Addo-Carr was plenty of room down the outside. He wanted this pass. That's Mansour in there, the winger, and there's Addo-Carr, who could have got the ball on the fly and been away. Josh Mansour, with all his experience, realised I'm in trouble here. I can't catch that man, so I better stop him getting the ball. Used all his experience.
Shot clock off. Right. Jeremy, you got to be in, mate. You want
We'll come back and feed the scrum. Jeremy Marshall-King.
He came out before the scrum. Right, head in, Jeremy.
Left too early.
Head in, Blake. Right.
Got numbers to the left here. Wakeham. Burton goes to Addo-Carr. But Graham reacted quickly and he was forced to change direction, but he's still alive here. Josh Addo-Carr.
Release now.
Yeah, he got the ball standing still. He couldn't get it on the fly.
Hold. Go one. Go 10, Cameron.
And he's limping too there, Addo-Carr.
Yeah, you mentioned he just got the ball standing still and received the pass behind. They're just small things, but they're very important things, aren't they, Gus?
Big things. They're massive things.
In the context of when you're putting on those set plays, you need the ball out in front. You need to catch the ball in two hands, not on the chest.
Timing, confidence, and that comes from repetition of skills and drills. You've got to go through it. You've got to learn to do it.
Quick hands here. Have a reload and Naden. And he kicks it almost into Sideshow Alley. Too deep there from Brent Naden.
Well, every man just kept putting pressure on the man outside him. The defence had them covered. Sometimes you've just got to dummy, dig in and take your knock for the team. And all they did was kept dumping the problem off to someone else until Naden's got it heading out over the sideline. There was no room for him. None of those players were in a better position than the man who had the ball. Yet they kept dumping the problem off to someone else. If the defence has got you, the defence has got you. Take your knock.
Here's Jai Arrow. Just noticed too coming onto the field. Isaiah Tass on debut in jersey number 19. And here he is with his first touch. Isaiah Tass, originally from Mackay, and part of Bulldogs through juniors, South as well. There he is, proud moment for the youngster. 16 minutes left, last play here for South. Walker puts in a kick, and that's going to be knocked on by Marshall-King. They'll continue to apply the pressure here, the Bunnies.
That looked like a little trick play on the last. Cody Walker coming back across the ruck, trying to find a bit of space in behind the play of the ball. Marshall-King here, well, he knew what was going on. Just couldn't execute the trapping of the ball.
Yeah, and there's still 15 minutes to go in this game, so the Bulldogs just starting to look a little bit bedraggled. They've got to lift, find something extra. Keep fighting right till the end.
Halfback. Head in, Matt.
Ilias to feed the scrum. Cook. Dummy Ilias goes on his own. He's got 3. Untouched. Damien Cook scores his 3rd try of the afternoon for the Bunnies.
Well, that should never happen close to your line like that. That's just allowing everything that's happened before you to eat into your resolve. Harvey Norman replay. Cook picks it up at the back of the scrum, and the Bulldogs very lazy about getting into position, and no one really makes a play. They should have been nominating Cook at the back of the scrum.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, Gus. I think the Bulldogs players, they were spooked by his speed, thinking the ball was going to go way out to that left-hand side of the field, but they forgot about the most dangerous man on the field, and that's the man with the ball in his hands. He's got a hat-trick. He's had a day out, Damien Cook.
That's his first hat-trick in the NRL. Mentioned that earlier on it was his 2nd double. Now he's, for the first time in his very good NRL career, Damien Cook with a hat-trick. Down to you, Freddie.
Yeah, well, he's also made 30 tackles. He's been up and back a couple hundred times in defence. I've got to say, plenty of credit's got to go to Damien Cook there to be able to show that type of speed off very little start up around the ruck, the back of the scrum, and show the speed, come off the left foot. That's pretty impressive. Great game by Damien Cook and great try.
Damien Cook with his 3rd try, 5th try of the afternoon for the Rabbitohs. And here's Blake Taff.
Yep.
Successful from in front.
Stay behind it, guys.
Coming up on Macca's Friday night footy, a huge clash at the banks of the Nepean. The Panthers take on the Broncos live from Bluebet Stadium from 7:30 on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Hold. Go one.
Cleary v Reynolds tonight.
Up, Jury. Hold. Go two.
That's an important game for the Broncos, isn't it? Well, unluckily beaten last week. They've got to bounce back from that, and there's no harder road trip in the game at the moment than going out to Penrith to play the Premiers.
Jury, hands out. Hold
The light's starting to take effect here at Accor Stadium.
Last tackle.
Kolomatangi on the last for South.
Pull, not square. Junior in the middle. Junior.
Kick there from Ilias. Adokar flies high, takes it well, and Campbell Graham takes him. Hang on, there's a penalty to Souths here. Is it an escort penalty?
There'll be an escort. Just don't know
Happy with the mark here.
who it was. No, it's Matt Burton. Or was it Matt Burton or was it Brendan Wakeham?
That's it there.
Wakeham, I think, was the one who was mentioned there by Sutton.
Go, no tackles.
Graham with the tap. Now Burgess on the charge. 59% possession in the second half for South Sydney, and they made the most of it. Cook, arrow to Tola. Thompson down low. Vaughan over the top.
Release now, Luke. Go two.
Cook. Ilias, great footwork. Can he get over the line? He can see the line.
Work out of there now, Matt.
Unable to reach out and put the ball down.
Hold. Go three.
Cook. Now to Tola.
Matt, release it.
Damien Cook go on his own here. He's in search of 4 tries. No, he goes out wide. Walker, good hands. Good defence on that occasion from the Bulldogs, but they're lining up. And there's a mistake in the lead up to that one. Did it touch a Bulldog player? Jai Arrow's over the line.
Confirm that Jai Arrow loses it into a Bulldogs defender.
Yeah, I think he does. He hit this hole at speed. Not a bad play on the last tackle, but I think it bounces off his chest and into a Bulldogs player. Yeah, well,
there you go.
That's similar to the Brent Naden no try earlier.
Similar.
Same rule.
Jairo contacts the ball here. Just looking to see if he regains possession before it comes into contact with the Bulldog.
Are you trolling, Gus?
Same result, Gus, sorry.
Did you put him here just to roll me today? Like, is that what he's here for?
He did say
The
last
ball
night, rubbing his
contacts
hands
Josh
together.
Jackson before he regains possession, which is a knock-on. We have a decision.
I think what you meant to say, Cam, is the same rule.
It's going to be a handover, boys.
That was
We'll
applied.
play the ball out 10.
Same rule applied.
Mm.
Wasn't on the same planet.
Knock on. It's a handover. Handover, guys.
Bulldogs ball. No try there to Jairo.
Time on.
Everyone in the stadium knew that pretty much straight away. Tavita Pangai. There's three of them there. Burgess, Totola. Now Vaughan. Isaiah Tass, one of the defenders, the young debutant.
This is one of South Sydney's better defensive performances this year. Granted, the Bulldogs haven't thrown a lot at them, but they've actually been pretty keen off their line and hitting in numbers and not allowing too many offloads.
Last tackle time, Marcus square. Hold. Go, last.
Last play, Burton. Puts another one up in the air. This will land in no man's land, so the bounce will be interesting. It's batted back. Burton's got it, gets a pass away. Adokar! His first try of the year. Josh Adokar. There he is.
Well, we tipped that he was going to get one after half time. Maybe in very different fashion to that, but as we look at this one on the Harvey Norman replay, Matt Burton, he puts up another towering. It was a floater this time. The Bunnies, they all left it until, well, who was that? Was that Cody Walker? He tried to bat it back, but it went into the hands of Matt Burton, who chased his own kick in the Fox. He's looked lively all day. He's been looking for some action, and the Bulldogs flyer, he's finally off the mark in 2022. The first 4-pointer for him this year. And that's a good side for Bulldogs fans.
See, Cameron, you let the ball bounce. What happens? You invite disappointment into your life. Good on you, Josh.
That's a good call.
You're saying that to a man who played most of his career with one of the greatest number ones of all time.
Well, he played 722 games, yeah, Cameron, but he's learned something here today.
That wasn't my issue, Gus, catching those bombs. As Salty said, I was very lucky.
Tell me this, are you a good spectator? Do you get more frustrated by refereeing and bunkers now you're off the field than when you were on the field? I suppose you had more control when you're on the field.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. It's confirmed,
Tries confirmed. I just looked down on the field then as a replay was being shown and time off was blowing, and I thought, uh-oh, they're not going to take it off them.
Oh, they try to take every try off every team. They've got to find something. Everyone's happy. Everyone's gone for a hot dog and a drink and high-fiving and enjoying themselves in the grandstand while they beaver away trying to find a reason to disallow tries.
Kyle Flanagan looking to convert this one. We will have 9 News for you after this game. And then Friday night footy. Flanagan looking to convert the Josh Adokar try. At 9 metres in from touch. And it's across the face. No goal. Now,
time off.
NRL Magic Round is returning to Brisbane for an epic 3-day festival of footy and entertainment. Every Premiership match of Round 10 live from Suncorp Stadium. Get pumped for a weekend of real in Brisbane. Secure a 3 or 1 day pass at nrl.com/tickets.
How good's Magic Round?
Can't
such a
wait.
good event. Such a good event.
It's magic.
The whole competition in the one town. It is magic.
Adokar
takes the kickoff.
Surrender! Hold here,
Bring it on round 10, Magic Round.
You surrendered, go one.
Here's Thompson.
Junior, work out of there. Isaiah, hold! Hold! Go
Cameron, question without notice. What are you making of goal kickers these days, there's a lot of different things that kickers are doing in their routine. I suppose it's whatever suits them, but
yeah,
look, we're seeing. I thought we saw a dip last night, didn't we, from
Schneider?
From Schneider.
Yes, very different techniques to what we've seen, well, over the past, I'd say, 10 to 20 years of the competition. It was just well, you look at most of the goal kickers back then, it was just put the ball on the tee, go back, find their mark and come in and kick.
Here's Duffy on the last, tries to get a pass away. And here's Isaiah Tass, the youngster, almost breaking free.
Hold. Go 0, retreating.
But you're right, we're seeing dips and squats and
Josh, work out, Paul.
single knee lifts, and
It's ridiculous. Say it. It's absolutely absurd.
well, Jamie Sauer was the one, remember he brought in it was like the twirl or the,
Little stutter step.
there was a little pirouette
Yeah.
first, and
It's rubbish.
back and forth, and
I don't care what sort of kick you're trying to make. I don't care if you're punt kicking it, drop kicking it, grubber kicking it, or goal kicking it. The less you do, the better.
Here we are, here, Damien.
Put the bloody thing on your foot and kick it.
Come on.
The way they go on, it looks Ray Warren on the first tee trying to get settled for his first shot.
Let up now.
His hips are going, his knees are going, his shoulders are going. Then the ball falls off the tee and he's got to replace it.
Come on, Paul.
did you
Your phone will go off in
did you
about
toe
30
poke
seconds.
back in the day? Did you toe poke, Gus?
Back in the day, yes. Only because Graham Langlands did. No one else kicked around the corner. We didn't know you could do that.
And here we go. Isaiah Tass looking for a try on debut. Wrapped up 8 metres away from the line. Now Walker. South looking for yet another try to Tola. Goes into the line on his own. Stimson's there. Thompson. Jackson as well. 9 away here. Cook. Now Burgess. Couple of metres away. Cook now. They cut out Tass. Go to Johnson now. Here's Isaiah Tass. Go for the line, young man. And he does. A try on debut for Isaiah Tass.
And good work here from Alex Johnson. He scored plenty of tries down that left wing in his time, but he also knows when it's not his time, despite the fact he receives a beautiful pass from Cody Walker on the Harvey Norman replay. He gets outside his man, but he'll cut back infield, finds his centre man, and on debut, this young fella reaches across the line and plants it down. That'll be a moment he never forgets. A try on debut.
Down to you, Freddie.
Well, at 30-10, you wouldn't think there'd be much of a reaction for a try from the sideline. When the young fella who scored on debut just then, Isaiah, you should have seen the bench go up. He must be one popular teammate. That's as excited I've seen the bench all day. Congratulations, Isaiah Tass, what a moment.
Yeah, always good to score a try, but on debut, what a moment for himself and his family. Worked so hard to get to this moment. Every team knows about the South Sydney left edge attack, but they just seem to find it very difficult to stop it, don't they?
Mm.
And they got so many different variations to their plays that they use, all to the same effect, though.
Well, going into this afternoon's game, they'd only scored 6 tries down that side of the field so far this season. 75 were scored down that side last year for the Rabbitohs. Blake Taff from out wide.
Yep.
That's another great kick from Blake Taff. Don't forget, at the end of this game, 9 News coming up. So stay tuned for 9 News on the other side of this game here at Accor Stadium. Sydney Olympic Park looking magnificent. The Royal Easter Show in the background. And Accor Stadium. The atmosphere's been really good here this afternoon. Short kickoff from Burton. And they've got it here through Flanagan, the Bulldogs.
Up now, Damien. Hold.
I like that from the Dogs. It's 36 points to 10 with 3.5 to go, but they're still looking to take this game on. Easy option there is just to kick long, keep South away from your own end.
As King wrapped up.
Marcus square, go 3.
9 News coming up at the conclusion of this game as Thompson tackled 22 metres away from the line. Canterbury looking for their 3rd try of the game. Dufty goes here to Naden, threw it back, and then it went backwards off Isaiah Tass into Alex Johnson's hand.
Surrender. Hold him, Max.
It's important, Gus, for the Bulldogs here to remember now the last 3 weeks they played 3 of the big guns. Melbourne, into Penrith, now into South Sydney. Not to be despondent going into games to come in the next few weeks.
Now, their first 3 games of the year were 3 games that were very close at full time. 1 they won and 2 they lost. They could have easily won all 3. They could have easily lost all 3. But then they've run into Melbourne, Penrith and South Sydney. And there's obviously been a class difference and an execution difference. I thought they were really competitive for the first 30 minutes today, and the sin bin didn't help them. Remember, 18 of these points were scored during that 10-minute period, but there are still a lot of aspects of their play that need to be worked upon and need to be improved in both attack and defence.
Surrender. You surrendered. You can't then push forward. Time on.
And it just reminds them where they are at the moment. That's the difference between the top teams and where the Bulldogs are right now.
Stand now. Hold. Go 2.
But the same things, the things that get you beaten in these games will get you beaten in any game. It's not just because you're playing the top sides. If you play with a negativity or you keep giving away penalties or your discipline's not good, that will get you beaten against anyone. It's just that the better sides can really take advantage of it, and that's what we've seen the last couple of weeks. But some of the errors that the Bulldogs make, unforced errors, and their lack of real bite in attack is going to hurt them against every side until they pull that together. So it's just not a matter of making the excuse, oh, well, we're playing the best. Those things will get you beaten against anyone. So you need to get them out of your game.
Souths have been very professional this afternoon in their approach. They're going to square the ledger as far as their season is concerned. Their 3rd win into the final minute of play. King goes to Marshall King. And he's taken high by Lachlan Ilias.
No.
You can't take it quickly.
Can't go quick on a high
News
tackle.
coming up at the conclusion of this game. Don't forget Macca's Friday night footy. Penrith against Brisbane coming up later on this evening. Under 40 seconds left.
Go 1.
Marshall King goes to Wakeham. Burton at O'Carr, puts it on the toe. Regathers. Wakeham puts it a kick in, and the Bulldogs are going to get a try. Jeremy Marshall King with the last play of the game, a 4-pointer for the Dogs.
Well, they stayed in it. Hang on. Time off. No, the time off. He's awarded the try. Time off. It's in the last couple of minutes. Harvey Norman replay. They go to the left edge. The Fox, he ran out of room and he dropped it on the right foot. We've seen that plenty of times in the past. He scoops it up. Brendan Wakeham, he puts it inside for Marshall King, and well, that's 4 points for the Doggies. A consolation 4 points. And they've been beaten well and truly here by what was a very good South performance.
The try has been confirmed. Jeremy Marshall King. The clock will tick down to full time. We'll have the conversion. There's Latrell Mitchell watching on. Panthers against the Broncos from 7:30 tonight. The news is coming up in just a moment. We'll just wait for Kyle Flanagan's conversion. Well done to South Sydney, their 3rd win of the season. They were tested early. Flanagan going through his process. Moves in. Strikes it. Full time, South Sydney 36 have defeated the Bulldogs 16.